I'm really excited today to introduce Pixeltable's new support for Meta's Segment Anything model version 3. So if you're not familiar with SAM3, it's a foundation model that detects and segments objects and images from a concept prompt. Compared to typical segmentation models that only know a fixed label list, SAM3 lets you name the concept yourself. So this gives you a lot of flexibility in your workflows. This really matters when you need masks for objects that were never in a pre-trained class list. Maybe you want to count them, inspect them, or pass those regions downstream. So in Python, the usual way to do this is a bespoke script maze. So you extract the frames, you call SAM3, you save the overlays, you stitch the clip back together. Pixeltable is a great fit for SAM3 workflows because the images, the masks, and a rebuilt clip can all stay together in the same table-backed workflow. So in this notebook, I'm going to run through the new SAM3 functions in Pixeltable and some additional use cases for how you might integrate SAM3 in your workflows. Okay, so diving straight into the code, in this notebook, I'm going to show you how to use Meta's Segment Anything Model 3 downloaded from Hugging Face with Pixeltable in Python. So what's in this notebook? We're going to walk through 4 examples. We're going to walk through segmenting a single object from a text prompt, segmenting many instances of a concept at once, segmenting a specific region with a bounding box, and finally segmenting objects across the frames of a video. So if you've worked with classical segmentation models before, you know that they output a fixed set of class labels. So SAM3 does something different. Instead, it performs what's called promptable concept segmentation. So you describe what you want with a short noun phrase like zebra or car, or even a bounding box. And then the model returns one instance mask for every matching object. I'm going to show you how to use several different UDFs made for working with SAM3 in Pixeltable. I have already gone through the process of requesting access to this model. It is hosted on Hugging Face in the Facebook organization, and it is a gated model, so you have to request access through the model page in the Hugging Face portal. Once you do that, it took me several hours to get acceptance for my request. Then you'll be able to generate a Hugging Face token and set that as an environment variable before running through this notebook. You'll also want to download Torch and Transformers, as well as Pixeltable, obviously, to work through this notebook. So I'm going to start with a familiar workflow. If you've watched some of our videos before on using Pixeltable, or if you are an existing Pixeltable user, we're going to be creating a data table to store our images and to be able to process them. So our table that we're going to set up is just a schema right now. I'm going to set it up with Pixeltable's multimodal type system. So we're going to create a table here, lines 13 and 14. I'm going to create a table. It's going to be inside a directory called SAM3_demo. In Pixeltable, that's really just an organizational structure. It's not really a file directory system. I'm going to call the table images. And then in that table, I'm going to give it 2 columns. One is going to be called name, and the other is going to be called image. And then you can see the Pixeltable types to the right of the name of each column. So I'm going to have one column that is of type Pixeltable image, and those are the ones that we're going to be applying the Segmentation Anything models to today. I'm going to insert 5 images very quickly. I'm using them from a URL hosted on the Pixeltable docs site. So I'm setting up this base URL, and then here are the file paths to the 5 individual images. And you can see I'm also inserting a name at the same time. So here I've inserted 5 rows. You can see that happened pretty quickly. And I'm going to show you really quickly what that data set looks like. Because there's only 5 rows, I can safely do a collect here. Collect shows me all the rows. You could also do head, for example, if you only wanted to see 4 of the rows, for example, or any number of the rows. So if you had a larger data set, then you'd want to be able to do that. So here you can see that we have a zebra, a bento, we have a boneyard for airplanes, chest x-rays, and then the last image is of a solar farm. So I'm going to do tail 1 here to show you the last one. And there's the last image. Okay, so recipe number 1, we're going to segment from a text prompt. So this means I'm going to pass a short noun phrase as text, and SAM3 will return 1 binary mask per matching instance. So here I'm wrapping everything in this function called overlay_segmentation. And then inside that, I'm passing it my image column. Oops, I'm covering it up. My image column in my table. So my table name is images, my column name is image. And then I'm also using the SAM3 for segmentation function. I'm applying that to the image column as well. And I'm giving it the search phrase zebra. I'm drawing the contours, and then I'm doing this all inside of a Pixeltable query. So this means I'm not persisting the output anywhere. You could think of this like running an operation in pandas in a notebook, for example. This is just ephemeral. I'm just running a query, but I can compute on the fly using a Pixeltable query. I'm also going to be selecting just the row where the image name was zebra. So when I do this, you can see that what it's going to pull out is my image that I started with. It's going to also overlay the segmentation that it detects associated with the text zebra on top of the original image. And then it's showing me both the results in the table because I asked for that in the query output. Okay, recipe number 2, segment many instances automatically. So here, instead of doing SAM3 for segmentation, which was the model that I used right here, that's the UDF, I'm going to use a slightly different UDF down below. This is SAM automatic mask generation. So it detects an image and returns unlabeled masks. So here I'm going to segment the bento box image and overlay the masks on top of the image. So you can see again, I'm using a Pixeltable query. So I'm just computing this in the notebook. It's not persisting anywhere in my Pixeltable database. My database still just has 5 rows and 2 columns. So here I'm using overlay segmentation again. I'm giving it the image to start with, and then I'm doing this SAM automatic mask generation and applying it to the image table. And here there's no text prompt, there's no additional information given. It's just going to detect in the image what it can and return unlabeled masks. And then it's going to show me the overlay on top of the image that I already asked, that I selected. So here you can see that it's selected like maybe, I think that might be mashed potatoes. These look like sweet potato crisps, something like that. It didn't pick up on the broccoli. So you can see exactly what it detected and exactly what it missed. Okay, recipe 3, segment a region with a bounding box. So you can skip the text prompt entirely and pass a bounding box instead. So here I'm going to do overlay segmentation again. I'm going to take an existing image and I'm going to give it this bounding box, and I want it to do this just for the one that has the zebra in it. So you can see what it's going to detect inside the region that I provided. So it's just going to show me any of the masks that are inside that input box region. So you can see here, it's detecting this part here, this main here inside the input box that I provided. Okay. Now we're going to segment objects across a video. So segmentation can work on video frames the same way it works against images. So in Pixeltable, you can work fluently with both. So we split the first 3 seconds of a video clip into frames at the video's native frame rate using the Pixeltable built-in function frame iterator. Then we're going to segment every car using the segment anything model, overlay the masks, and then reassemble the results with the Pixeltable function make_video. So extracting and rebuilding at the same rate keeps the output at the original tempo. And Sam's going to segment each frame independently. It doesn't track objects across frames, so the per instance colors would otherwise kind of flicker frame to frame. So to keep that overlay stable, we're going to merge every car mask in a frame in a single region so that all the cars share one consistent color. So through the magic of video, I've already run this because it did take a little bit to run, and I'm going to show you the output here. So let's run this code chunk here. So now what I'm showing you is the video finale that it creates. And if I scroll down there, you can see it's 2 seconds, but you can see that it's tracking the objects over the frames, and then we've made the video on top of that. So this has a number of different kinds of applications. One is in defense and intelligence, counting aircraft in a satellite image, for example. So here we have some additional code. You can look through it. You can see that it's detecting all of the airplanes in this boneyard, for example. We can also do medical imaging. You can segment the lungs in a chest x-ray. So it actually does a pretty good job of detecting lung, and it colors them different colors. It's detecting that the left is different from the right, for example. And energy infrastructure, you can inspect a solar array. So for example, you can see that here it's detecting several of the solar panels in a solar farm. Thanks so much for watching this video. Please scan this QR code to visit our GitHub repository and give us a star. It helps other developers find Pixeltable. And if you like this video and want to see more like it from Pixeltable, please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel for the latest releases.